Lunar Truths, Noah and Margaret. My name is Noah, and for almost 4 years I thought I had a solid relationship. Margaret and I were married for 2 of those years. On paper, things looked good. I worked in IT consulting, owned a condo in the city, and had savings in the bank. Margaret, meanwhile, worked part-time at a yoga studio and spent most of her energy chasing a wellness influencer career. That career really meant hours spent staging photo shoots for Instagram, while I carried nearly all the financial responsibilities. Rent, groceries, bills. I covered it all. She wasn't terrible at first. She was fun, outgoing, always talking about travel. But over time, I started noticing how easily she let real responsibilities slide. The Miami trip. One night in February, she announced she was going on a spring break girls' trip with her friends, Elena and Brooke. Miami. 5 days. All inclusive. She insisted it would be great for her brand. You're 28, Margaret, I said. Isn't spring break more of a college thing? She just laughed. You're such a dad sometimes, Noah. The trip cost $1,200, plus another $600 in spending money. Against my better judgment, I gave it to her. While she was gone, I realised how much calmer life was without her. I slept better, cleaned the condo, even went out with co-workers. She texted me pictures of palm trees and overpriced cocktails. Nothing more. What I didn't know then was that those 5 days would end our marriage. The confession I wasn't meant to hear. When she returned, she barely looked up from her phone. Within a day, Elena and Brooke were over at our place, laughing and drinking wine. I was in my office when their conversation cut through the walls. Oh my God, Margaret, you actually did it, Elena squealed. 3 guys in 5 days? That's insane, Brooke added. I froze. Margaret's giggle followed. Carlos at the rooftop bar, Damien with the tattoos, and Victor from the after-party bus. Totally worth it. Then came the dagger. Noah thinks I was just sipping cocktails with you guys. He's sweet, but boring. This was my last hurrah before I have to pretend to settle down. I walked into the living room and said evenly, cool story. Elena, Brooke, you should probably leave. Margaret's smile vanished. She tried to excuse it as vacation fun. I cut her off. Pack your things. She was gone that night, the pregnancy bombshell. Weeks later, my phone rang with an unfamiliar number. Margaret's voice trembled on the line. I'm pregnant. I stayed silent. It could be yours, she rushed. We were together before I left. But Carlos won't talk to me. Damien blocked me. I don't even know Victor's last name. Please, Noah, you can't abandon me. I told her flatly, maybe you should have thought of that before bragging about 3 guys in 5 days. And then I hung up. The calls didn't stop. Her mother Patricia, even her friends. Soon she was blasting me on social media, posting ultrasound pictures with captions like, doing this alone because some men aren't strong enough. Court and the truth she filed for temporary spousal support and demanded I acknowledge paternity. My lawyer, Meera Patel, was sharp and steady. We'll demand a prenatal paternity test, she said. Until then, you owe her nothing. At the clinic, I gave a cheek swab. Margaret gave blood. Her mother glared at me. When this proves you're the father, I hope you'll step up. Days later, Patel called me. 0% probability. You're not the father. That single line dismantled everything. Her GoFundMe was flagged and shut down. Brands cut ties. Followers vanished. Even her lawyer dropped her case. Patricia left me voicemails insisting tests could be wrong, but I didn't answer. For the first time in months, I felt relief. Collapsed Margaret tried chasing the 3 men from Miami. Carlos shut her down. Damien's fiancé threatened legal action. Victor couldn't even be found. Her family began fracturing under the strain. Meanwhile, Patel and I filed for divorce, clean and simple. With adultery documented, she got nothing. No support, no share of my savings, nothing. Her last stunt was showing up at my condo with Brooke, screaming about child support for the neighbours to hear. Security escorted them out. I didn't even open the door. By autumn, word spread that Margaret gave birth to a baby girl and placed her for adoption. Closed, private, she couldn't handle it. Her mother called me, broken. I don't even recognise my daughter anymore. I defended her, spent my savings on her lies, and now she's back home, still pretending online. All I could say was, I'm sorry for you, Patricia. Not for her. For you, Aftermath. The divorce was finalised quietly that winter. No drama, no ties left. A year later, my life looked nothing like the wreckage Margaret left. I was promoted at work, travelled, and had been dating Sophia, a civil engineer with a calm, grounded presence. When I told her everything,